king and I'm ahead by a pawn. So let's play the move knight to h5 here. Now what I want to do is play the move knight to f4, and then once his bishop takes, my knight gets the d4 square. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. Let's see what he does. So he decided to play knight to d5, which is not a bad move because his knight controls this f4 square. So that's actually a good defensive move, especially since he's able to play a move like pawn to c3. So how am I gonna navigate this? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the move pawn to f5. Why? It threatens to play pawn to f4 and it opens this f file which his knight is on. Once I'm able to get a rook on this f file, then I'll be able to apply pressure to his pin knight, and that's how I'm gonna be able to win the game. Let's see what he does. So he plays bishop to a4. He's now pinning my knight, which means I'm not able to simply jump in and apply pressure to his bishop. But what he missed is the fact that his bishop is no longer on this diagonal, which means it is safe for me to simply castle my king and put my rook on the same line as his knight. Now he pulls the bishop back on the same line that the king is on, but that's too late, bro, because it gives me enough time to simply move my king out the way, so that way the knight will not have any discovered attacking ideas. Now he decided to take, which he has to be careful, by the way. Let me take back first, just because that is forced. But if in any universe he allows my knight to apply pressure to his pin knight and attack his queen, then he's gonna just lose the game immediately, which he did. Look at this. This is your time to like this video. I'm going to hit him with the move knight to d4 because pinned pieces does not protect. This is a plan that I'm begging you guys to use this plan. Once you pin the knight, apply pressure to the pin knight. His queen now has to move, and I'm going to simply expose his king. He decided to move his queen to e3, which is too interesting because I'm not even going to take like this just yet. First, I'm going to play the move pawn to f4, and that's a removing the guard tactic because he has two pieces guarding his knight. Now I'm going to force his queen away from guarding the knight, and then I'm going to have two attackers and he's going to have one defender. This is going to be checkmate in a few moves. Oh, wait, what? Did I miss that? Oh, I didn't miss anything. He took a free pawn on e5. He's basically saying, if I take his queen, he takes my queen. But what he missed is once I take his queen, if he takes my queen, I take on f2, and that's a fork. So let's take his queen. He took my queen. Before I even take this knight or take this rook, I'm going to take on f2, checking the king and attacking his rook. His king now has to move to h2 or h1, but then he puts the king on f1, which means I'm not going to take this rook, I'm not going to take this rook, I'm not going to take this knight, because that's just a checkmate. Hit subscribe for more.